Okay, our next VOD, let's get that open. And this is going to be Reziak. It's going to be Defense Widow for 1 life, McCree Briggs. So this is going to be Hitscan Flex at 3,500. So 1 life of Widow. Let me read what Reziak had to say. I'm not sure what else I could do as Brig, and if my aim sucks, I know. Also, if you need me to tear me a new one, please do, because there's things I might not know or being oblivious about. Sounds good. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let people have fun.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you got yoinks. Where did you put your trap? I'm curious.
So it's a brawl. Each fight.
Oh. Interesting. I was about to say, I would have put your trap like at the very corner here, so that when the Doomfist lands, you know immediately. And that way, when like you take your initial shots here, right? When you rotate here, you never have to rotate back into that hallway. You can just stay here the whole time. Right? Because then the trap will trigger on the Doomfist. Right? Like, you should never rotate back into this corner. There's no reason to do it when you have it trapped. You should always be playing either this angle, or you can play the window here. You can also play this doorway. But you shouldn't rotate back into their team as Widowmaker. Puts you in a lot of danger, especially when you don't know where that Doomfist is going, and you'd see him in advance. Also, I just noticed we use the same Geek or Die overlay. Pog.
Nice. Maybe even a Brigida will be good here.
I could too. Oh my god, we lost all.
Hey, James, I remember you.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, having a break against the Doomfist would be pretty sweet.
So we're gonna reset here. The good news is, McCree's actually a pretty decent pick here, right? Considering that like we have a Genji to work with, we have our Discord orb, so that's really good for you because it means your headshots deal a fuck ton of damage, your body shots deal a fuck ton of damage. You have the stun for this guy. You're gonna be a good counter to this person's Valk and them GAing away through the sky. So this is not a bad pick here.
Do I need to change?
Just from Nano first.
I can't change.
Yep.
Just from Nano.
So we're gonna respawn as 6 here, which is really good. Which means we should actually be like, as a team, because we're 6 here, we should be looking to hold the gate, not this corner. Like we can take a gate fight right away. Oh, looks like we are gonna do that. Okay, cool. Oh my god, the sleep. Good rotation here.
Right one.
Take your time when you're shooting. One thing that'll make it a lot easier for you is like so I'm gonna draw a picture and try and explain. So there's like X, Y, and Z movement, right, in the game. Right? Because you can move in 3 dimensions. You can go up, down, left, right, along the diagonals and stuff. Right? You have all these different kinds of movements in Overwatch. If you try and move in all 3 directions at once, so you try and do something like this, it throws your aim off a ton. Because not only are you doing this, but your enemy is also probably doing some sort of similar movement in a different direction. So this is you, and this is your enemy. Which makes it that much harder for your brain to try and match what you're moving. Like what you're trying to hit. So what I always tell people, right, is limit yourself when you're trying to shoot to either left and right, or up and down, right? So that way you're only adjusting, right? If you're moving left and right, you only have to make micro adjustments on the X plane, and the biggest adjustments that you make or on the vertical plane. So basically, remove right? X, Y, and Z. Remove one plane for you have to adjust your movement to. One other thing you can do to help your aim, you do this already a little bit, but like continue playing around corners and utilize corner peek to set yourself for advantages with peeker advantage. Like where you are here, if you just move a little bit more to the right, like pretend there's not a dragon here, pretend you're having a regular fight, right? There's no dragon here. You position yourself a little bit more to the right here. You can then strafe peek this corner and you'll take a lot less poke and deal probably about the same amount of damage. And if you're not jumping as well as moving in all four directions, you'll have a lot easier time positioning your crosshair.
I'm dead. I went too deep, sorry.
Because you have this really bad habit of jumping right as you shoot. It's a habit that I have too.
Zarya has grab.
Jumping is my worst habit in OW. It's a lot of people's worst habit.
Okay, it's okay, slowly.
We're gonna get one.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Do I use blade?
And yeah, I agree, Babs. Like, you can do 2 out of 3 pretty easily. Like, you can aim in X and Y, or aim in X and Z, or Y and Z, but trying to aim in all 3 directions at the same time, like, you're creating extra work for yourself for no reason.
Oh my god.
Where's
Should I
Panic
blade
now?
now? Should I blade now?
No, it wasn't, dude.
Just behind.
Oh, he had. Fuck, he had Sonic Arrow, dude.
Right one.
Right one.
Nice team, man. Thanks.
Okay, the flash is late, but you have the right intention going for it. So this is good. That was good right there. That was a good retake. I would want to take, like, since you have Deadeye here, I'd want to rotate, like, given where the payload is, I'd want to rotate back into this sort of doorway, right? You can bait them. You can communicate with your team because, like, they're in your group, especially, like your main tank is. You communicate to just let them kind of bait into cart.
Let's see how.
Don't low.
And you can set up a Deadeye
Nice.
to either zone them off for the fight or, like, your Ryan can set up a pin.
Nice early grab, bro.
You were in a competition with me, is it?
Nope.
Or we just played like usually
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Ah, okay. I don't remember.
They're gonna have Shatter again for next fight.
Zarya no outer bubble.
All right, they're gonna drag it in for no apparent reason.
Holy crap, bro.
Dude, this Doomfist is gunning for you. Oh, the flash was just out of range.
Come on. Indeed. Nice.
I have Shatter.
Oh, you got him.
Nice counter, dude.
Oh, it was so big.
Zara.
Listen. Someone out there's gonna be like, it only got the Reinhardt who had Shatter. It's not that big. It zoned out. It zones off the Mercy in Valk. It kills the Ryan, so he gets no value out of his Shatter, and it forces their entire team to retreat. This Mercy's Valk is now wasted. That is big. Especially because we have Shatter. Like, if they still try and fight that because we've just murdered their Ryan, our Shatter is like literally 4 million % free. That's actually really big.
I don't think. Okay.
Go on right
Going
side.
to the right, yeah.
Yeah, the Doom is just flanking and trying to fuck with me.
Yeah, Lucio needs to like play.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Doom behind.
nice. We got the Mercy. I don't know why we... It's beautiful. Oh my god. Do it again.
Yeah, Lucio needs to like.
Oh my god. Do it again. Do it again. Again.
Doom behind. On me again. On me again. Doom behind.
Do it again. Oh, it's so good. It's so juicy. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my god.
On me again.
Ugh! It's so good.
Doom got both our supports, I think.
That's Zarya.
Ugh, it's so good.
I didn't see what
Dude,
was
Zarya, dude, grab like that, man. We had to like.
That was so fucking scary.
That was so fun.
Whew, that was nasty.
Zee, look, my-
Taxi.
Tio, calm down. Listen.
You are just
That was a moist play. That play was moist.
Have shadow.
It was a moist play.
Wait, just use shadow.
Doomfist going somewhere. I think high ground already.
When the shadow fails, just use mana blade.
So again, I'd want to be positioned on the high ground here. You're really, really close to Deadeye. You can set it up
Oh,
with your Ryan. You also want to like coordinate. I think your Ryan still has Shatter, so you want to coordinate like a flash for him, the same way you would coordinate a Brig Bash stun.
I can't see you, brother.
Come here, come here, come here.
Right one.
Shatter.
Mind it.
Big. Never mind. Their Ryan rotated by himself. Smile. How do you guys lose this game?
Doom is alive.
I wanted to kill the Handle, sorry.
Cool lad porn on Overwatch. Smile.
I wanted to kill Handle first.
Right, and we
Where
should
high
help
ground?
Lucio get.
They have graph
get
again,
over.
I think.
I'm gonna try to deflect it. Probably won't work, but I'm gonna try.
I'm going to try flank. Anyway.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. Doomfist right side.
Went down main.
They got graph.
Okay, so now we're gonna look for this Deadeye, maybe?
Oh, what? No. Doom on me. Right, left side.
Oh my god.
Ground.
Oh, got him.
Oh no.
Your whole team gets wiped though. Feels bad.
Sarah one.
I think if you're gonna go for this flank high noon, you have to decide a little bit sooner. There's a solid like 2 to 3 seconds where you're kind of just doing nothing but wandering around the high ground, and your team is engaged in a fight. So you kind of have to do like that decision making a little bit faster.
If anyone
No, this is definitely a loss. It says loss. So it's about to go downhill somewhere.
Doomfist, no
All right, now we get to watch the boring hero. Let's get it.
No, you can use it.
Oh, usually.
Now we get to watch the boring hero. So as Brig, you want to do 2 things. You have 2 goals as Brigitte. One, you provide supplementary damage, right? You set up plays with your Ryan. You become a Ryan babysitter where you can provide CC for him, you provide healing for him, you provide extra damage for him, which helps him build his Shatter really quickly. And of course, you currently have the big Bash Shatter combo. The other role for Brigitte is you are a very good protector for your supports. You are perfect anti-flank, and that nothing is ever going to be able to kill your other supports so long as you're sitting on top of them.
He's trying to punch me off the cliff.
So here you want to play around your Ryan, and you want to call Bash it. Okay, that's a big whip. Good armor on your Ryan. You want to call a Bash for this guy because he has bubble right now, so he wants to swing. If you bash, their Ryan just gets no value. Big.
Nice.
Right one.
Surrender order.
Oh, why does your Zarya grab all the way over there, dude?
Nice.
Your Zarya's trolling.
Okay.
Holding left click, playing Brigitte.
Fall back.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Good job falling back with team. Good job falling back with team. Fun hero. Fun hero.
Shatter. Back one.
Oh, we wanted to shatter, so you should save your bash there for the... Well, never mind.
Now swing. Right. With the shadow coming in.
Shield that!
It's okay. It's winnable.
So versus Doom, when you shield his ult, you kind of want to like look down because it will sometimes go through your shield. It's really weird and not consistent. Smile.
Ah, fuck, I'm dead.
Oh, not anymore. Back off. Holy shit, you two, you are.
Not to mention some bumps and bruises.
You're right.
You're actually insane.
Oh! No. You didn't predict it coming. You can see the wind up from like a mile away too. It feels bad. I went too far back. Your mercy valked. Dude, this is just a mess.
You're right.
You're actually insane.
Your Ryan's in Narnia, your Lucio's in Narnia, the Doomfist just punched in, and it's just you and he shatters you. Feels really bad. They're gonna dragon you too, dude. They are killing the raid boss. They don't want you to be alive. Oh my god, they have a million ults. That feel when the enemy team has like a million ults.
Oh, lol.
Okay, you wait here, and you're gonna be the one to touch, but you're gonna wait until it's a little bit closer, and you're gonna bash onto it. Okay, your Ryan made it. That's fine. Ah, you got Doomfisted. Your Mercy's resing that. Why? Okay, she got it off, I guess. Good armor pack.
Just keep stalling into 0.
This is gonna be a good stall, actually.
19 seconds. Gotta stay on point. Don't C9 now.
Don't see that.
It's nice.
No. God damn it. Point.
Rally, yes.
Nice ready.
Fine. You got off
Point. C9.
Okay, that's fine. That's a good stall.
We got it over time.
No, that was okay.
Yeah, this is your nice team.
So when would be a good time to over ult?
Beta.
I'm not sure. Rephrase the question.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not sure what you mean by, like, do you mean like, yeah, like I agree with satellites and that there's never a good time to over ult. Like you should never over ult. You should always aim to use the least amount of ults possible to win any given engagement. You want to use the least amount of ults possible. When would it be a good time to use a lot of ults versus time to use 2 ults or less? Okay. So you always want to aim to use 2 ults or less whenever it's feasibly, like, it's feasible that there's no way the enemy team is going to be able to counter those 2 ults. The only time you want to use, like, invest more than 2 ults is if you know that you can swing the fight into your favor and either maintain ult economy or deplete the enemy team's ult economy, or you have a really, really strong win condition. So, for example, EMP Nanoblade. A lot of people are like, oh, well, you should just Nanoblade only because Nanoblade goes through Zentrank if you do it properly. Or you should only EMP Blade and you should save your Nano for later because EMP means that the Genji can kill everything, nothing can run away from him, so he gets the most value out of his dashes for the extra damage. But if you're in a scenario, so say you're on Volskaya, your team has been struggling to cap first point, you're on attack, and you were able to farm EMP Nano Blade. I think in that scenario, it's worth it to EMP Nanoblade because you are guaranteed a team wipe 100% of the time. If you invest all 3 of those ults and nothing else, it literally should be impossible for you to lose that fight. You are guaranteed the cap, right? It is such a strong win condition. Nothing can run away. The Genji will never die and he'll one-hit everything. Of course, ideal scenario, you only use 2 of those ults. But if you're in a situation where you either cap the point and you win the game or you don't and you lose the game, I think creating the strongest win condition possible out of 3 ults is better in that scenario. So, like, ideally, you use as little ults as possible, right? If it's possible to win with just a grab, if it's possible to win with just a blade, if it's possible to win with just a nano, you do that. But if you need to create a really good win condition that guarantees you a win because you know you're not going to win otherwise, I think it's okay to invest additional ultimates. But you should never overall, like, there's never a good reason to use 6 ultimates unless it's like the last 30 seconds of the last fight of the game. Then you use all 6 because if you don't, you lose the game. But like, ideally, you want to go into every fight with a plan to use the least amount of ults possible to create a win condition. So grab Nano to build Shatter and then Shatter into whatever. Yeah, you can do that a lot. Like, a lot of time what you'll do is you'll just grab and you'll let the Rhine swing. Like, you won't even Nano him. You'll just use only grab and you'll have the Rhine swing. He'll build a Shatter. You can then use Shatter Nano. If you want to, you can just use Shatter, which lets you build a blade, and then you can use you can use Nano Blade, for example. So it's kind of hard to explain without like a specific example, but you always want to attack ult economy, where you always want to end a fight where you've used less ultimates than the enemy team. You always want the enemy team to expend more ultimates so that you go into the next fight with a rolling economy. If that makes sense. I would Nano. Usually only Nano my Rhine to keep him up, let him bully the other Rhine. Yeah, exactly. Like, if your Rhine can win the grab fight by just swinging into it, don't Nano him. Let him win the fight, right? If you get a big grab and you nade the whole enemy team. You don't need shatter to. You don't need like another ultimate to kill them. You don't need. You just need damage in the grab. Hey, Casanthus, good to see you. I think you're trying to chain ultimates, so you always have at least 1 to 2 ults per fight. Yeah, exactly. That's a pretty simple way of thinking about it. You always want to have like the higher rolling economy than the enemy team. Glad you're still streaming on weekends despite the new streaming schedule. Aw, thanks, Casanthus. Mwah. Yeah, we're gonna try and continue to do VODs every single weekend, as long as we can.
Aha.
Reinhardt, don't you think it's time you hung it up? You're not getting any younger.
Never. I will fight to my last breath.
To my last breath. I love Ryan.
Okay.
Hanzo. And Moira.
I deflected the Moira.
Reflect.
Oh, take your time with these shots. No! You saw him! What?
The Moira.
Reflect. Rhino 5 strike.
Put your crosshair a little bit closer. Let me do it again.
The Moira.
Reflect.
Move your crosshair. Put it right here. Put it right on the edge, so as soon as you see his like a little bit of red, you can just fire. Right? You don't have to wait for him to walk all that way.
Hanzo top right.
Put it a little bit closer.
Hanzo half.
Rhino atas bagus.
Oh. Back up.
Woo! Spicy.
Okay.
Ooh! Get him.
Nice.
Nice.
Go.
Pop off, dude.
Nice, thanks.
They're clicking.
Oh my god, this duel with the Hanzo, dude. Feels bad.
I get you.
He's the best around.
Hanzo one.
Nothing's gonna ever keep him down.
There's not one, he's half.
That Hanzo's gonna go in that flank. You gotta watch that flank. You need to use your trap more. That's something I noticed you don't do very often. Place your trap more, right? You can place trap at the door. You can throw traps like all over the place to catch people who are moving around, and it's free damage.
They're clicking.
I would also, yeah, you're gonna rotate up here. I would have rotated up here faster, like as soon as you have hook off cooldown. If you pop sights here, I'm gonna rage. You better not. Nice. Nice. See, when you take good pos- That's unlucky.
Rest for stats.
Ayo.
Maybe he knows his limits of his reaction time. No, Babs. He's the best. Yes.
Zarya no push.
Nice one, winnable. I like it. I like this. I like these comms.
Got you, Ryan. I got you, Ryan.
One thing I'd also do is move around a lot. Like, don't hold. Like, take 1 or 2 shots in an area and then look to move to the next place. Whether that's like coming forward over here, whether that's going to be like rotating onto the into the alley on this side. The longer you stay in like one area, the more people, like especially in higher elo, like which is where you are, the more likely that like this Ryan's gonna be like, okay, this Widow's gonna hold this position, so I'll just keep backing up, and this Mercy's gonna hide in this hallway until she sees her Ryan shield, and then she's gonna GA across so you can't headshot her. Like, you have to be somewhat unpredictable in order to get maximum value.
Oh yeah.
Zarya no personal again.
Come on, Zane.
No, you can get him. Yes. Oh my! What? Oh, you're trolling. Oh my god, you're trolling. Oh, you're getting trolled though too. He's solo dragon. You what an asshole! Oh my god. OW Meek, thank you so much for the follow.
He solo dragon me.
What? I'm in it. Zarya behind you. Nice block.
What is going on?
Winnable.
Swing that shit, fam.
Both supports dead. Winnable. Enemy Mercy Valking. Winnable.
Ryan, legend Ryan, dude. Nice.
Oh shit. I'm 8 HP. I'm 8 HP.
Take a different angle from this one. This is a really weak angle.
Got your fam. You got bubble for me, Zarya. You got bubble.
Like, I would take perch or forward up the other window rather than
I think you do.
here. Oh my god, rest in peace. Oh, you lived.
Shit.
Doom is sleeping here. What's up? Doom sleeping behind you. Doom sleeping.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
You were almost trolling, but nice.
Okay, wait for team.
Zarya was free. She was.
No one can hide from my sight.
No, why are you going back here? You always go back here. Every time, dude. They know. They're expecting it. Every time. They're just expecting it. They're like, this Widow's gonna go into this hallway.
Hanzo half.
No, no, you here.
Oh, nice.
I can you.
No, you could have used your hook over here. You used it early. Also, use your trap, please. Put it somewhere, anywhere. There's a Genji behind you.
Genji on me.
My name is Widowmaker and I'm running around, existing real hard. Not contributing to the fight, existing real hard, doing my best. You have walls? Holy shit, pause the VOD, go back. Please go back so I can rant. Okay. Let's talk about this. Cause like, I'm ready to listen to Bad Rant. Oh, you changed your icon. You changed your icon.
Yeah, dude, it's Sign Noon.
Oh, it's so cute! Oh my god! Wait, hold on, I gotta pull it up. Look, everybody, look. It's Sign Noon. It's so cute.
I was giving him the benefit of the doubt that he just had really bad reaction time, but played around it, and now I just think he's a bot. So play it forward until you get to when the Hanzo is climbing up. And
Okay.
look where his crosshair is when he has walls. Maybe he was tired. I don't know. I'll give him a little bit more slack, I guess. But...
It's around here. Here we go.
Yeah, I think it's after this fight because it's after the ball chases him, yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
Like, his aim is good, but holy shit, this was brain dead. Okay, so he
Pops walls.
He goes back across.
For no reason, like, oh man, where could this Widow possibly be going? Definitely isn't gonna go the same place.
Yeah, you see the sonar go by, so he's gonna see you crossing. That's why the Hanzo comes. But so watch. Look where his crosshair is when he sees the Hanzo. What is that? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you? What? He doesn't get, what are you doing? Put your crosshair when you see him climbing. You don't have to wait for his head to be all the way over the wall to shoot. He doesn't have to be jumped over it completely. Like, as soon as his head peeks, you can shoot. When he's climbing the wall, you can aim at him. You don't have to just put your crosshair way off to the fucking right. Like, what are you doing?
I love special guest Babs, dude. It's my favorite.
Alright, that was all.
Oh, thank you, Babs. Oh my goodness. I love having Babs come and review Widow VODs. Like, again, it's this crosshair placement thing, right? There's no reason not to place your crosshair near things where you know they're coming. This is a good shot, though. Okay, we go back to watching Break now. Oh my goodness. Babs went off. This can't go onto YouTube anymore. People will think you just bully your viewers. Babs bullies, not me. Babs bullies, not me. Listen, the nice version of Babs's feedback is what I said earlier in the VOD, which is think about your crosshair placement, right? Don't, like, one, it's like, don't be predictable. Don't go into places where people, like, are gonna expect you over and over and over again. You enabled him? I did a little bit, but to be fair, Reziak said I could bully him, so I'm gonna have someone else do the dirty work for me so I can be nice streamer. Smile. I don't think you're a bot. I think you made a mistake. But I think mistakes can be corrected, and that's how we learn. Oh my god, dude, they want you dead. What is your Zarya? Your Zarya is actually trolling. Your Zarya is actually trolling. No, stay on the Rhine, stay on the Rhine. Stay on the Rhine here with your team. Big bash, what you want to call it for your team? Okay, now you want to look to murk this guy. Whip him. Yes! Ah! I mean, he smile balanced. Killed the Genji. Oh, he hits good shots, but his crosshair placement is a bit lazy. Well, that and it's like, go to the same spots over and over again. Like, I always say that, like, when you position yourself, you should think about, like, where the enemy team is going. So there's two indicators that, like, the enemy team had that you're going to go in that position. One, they had a Sonic, which maybe you didn't see. So, like, understandable if you didn't see the Sonic. Two, you've been there 3 times already. So at this point, they are like, man, we don't see the Widowmaker in the window anymore. Where could she possibly be? Right? So it's less just like, it's like little minor awareness things of like, hey, you're setting yourself up for failure by not placing your crosshair properly when you have sights and you know someone is going to clearly walk into your crosshair, and like 2, you're setting yourself up for failure by continually going to the same spot that the enemy team knows to avoid over and over again.
Mercy going for res.
Can someone shoot the Mercy, please?
Get it right.
I made the same assumption and comment about his crosshair placements around corners that you did even before you. You're so big. Silas, it's because you're massive. Also, random question, but why is it that I'm able to have 35 MS in League of Legends but not Overwatch? Because... heh, smile. And yeah, it depends on the server locations. Screamy, happy Dio feels better. I love being screamy and happy. How are we gonna lose this game? I'm scared. How are we gonna lose this game? Do our ults just go in the toilet? So you should let your Ana be pushing the payload here, and you should be forward with your Ryan. You also have a Mercy. Like, you should not be on payload. Brig, not payload bot. Wait, why is our team chimping out? We have rally. Hello?
Go shield, go shield. Back up. Let me heal. Let me recharge.
Okay, we're recharging shield.
Okay, it's going. Oh shit.
What? Combo bash shatter re. This guy is in your stack re. Okay. Also, if you have shatter, if your Ryan has shatter and you haven't seen the enemy Ryan shatter in 2 fights, no way in hell he doesn't have shatter. So you should be able to predict and block that. So I think this is just like, this is going to come down to like just really poor team play as a whole.
Yep, Nano Blade and Grab.
Like, you and your Ana should be coordinating, you and your Ryan should be coordinating. Your Zarya is kind of trolling with their grabs, which is unlucky. But, like, we're backing off when we have, as chat points out, we're backing off when we have Rally and Valk going. Like, there's no reason we shouldn't be able to take space in that situation.
We can grab it.
Let's do it now, please.
Oh, you should set up a bash. If you bash people who are in Grav, it means that your Genji like doesn't get hit. People don't get hit like with a Rhine swinging in Grav.
I'm gonna go up front.
Or like your Genji doesn't get hit with a fire strike because you cancel it.
On one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god, get out of the... No, you get grabbed into it. No, don't! Why would you rally and grab? Never do that, ever! Just don't do that. Just don't do that. Just never rally and grab. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't do that. Don't do that ever.
Oh my god. Okay.
Don't ever rally and grab. Don't even rally. If you think the enemy team has grab, don't rally. Don't rally in grab. Bab, stop incriminating yourself.
We gotta play slow, we got no outs, but they use 3 also there.
You can rally and grab if you're surviving it 100%. No. I would never ever rally and grab. Because you just waste all the armor. You will just lose all the armor. For no reason. Like, you've traded an ult for nothing when you can just wipe, rally up at the beginning of the fight, and use it in the engage, or you can use rally in the mid-fight. I think there's no purpose I think there's literally zero purpose in rallying to survive, because most of the time it's just not enough healing and not enough armor to survive. Or like, if they do survive, they're just going to get killed after the grab, and then you've just fed more ult charge. I don't think you should ever do it. I mean, if the enemy team is dying, but like in that case, do you really need to rally in the grab? Like, why not just wait till the grab's over and like be like 110% sure that you're going to win the fight and then rally? If your team never groups for rally, then doing it while in grab is the best way to get max value, Kappa. Oh my god, you're trolling. Hey, welcome back, Rad. So this is just like really poor team play is what's happening. Like every single member of our team is doing random shit. Oh my god, he has another shatter right as your Reinhardt was flying, dude.
We got a touch point.
Yeah, that's a yikes, dude. We have like really good win conditions and we just don't use them. Like there's no coordination of ults happening. Your Zarya is straight up trolling. We don't coordinate our nano. Like you can bash shatter nano brig and everything dies. Like the three of you can actually coordinate a win there. So that's a bit of a feels bad. Okay. Let's talk about Widow. We gotta talk about Widowmaker first. So for Widow, things to review. Aside from Babs' very toxic rant, I don't think you're a bot. I think you make mistakes, and mistakes are correctable. So, X hair placement. And 2, positioning. These are the 2 biggest things you need to think about. Your aim is fine. Your aim is honestly not that bad. Set yourself up for success. Right? Put your crosshair in places where you know people are going to be. Position yourself in unpredictable locations. Move around. Rotate. Move quickly. Abuse hook CD. Try and put yourself in unpredictable positions where people can't easily take duels with you. 3, use trap more. It's a flank warning. And if there are no flankers who can come and contest you or who are trying to hurt you, you can also use it for free damage. Those are the 3 things I'd work on for Widow. For Brig, don't rally before. That is not a number. Before or in grav. Don't do that. Combo bash to set up plays. Same thing with whip, right? You can whip shot people out of their way. So like whip is kind of like Lucio boop. So anywhere where you would apply like a Lucio boop to someone, you can apply a whip to someone. So this is like, you have a blading Genji. You want to whip him. You have a charging Reinhardt. You want to whip him away from your team, preferably. You have someone playing near a pit in the ground. You want to whip him for the free enviro kill. But rally, buff rally so I can rally and grab, please, Blizz. No, not like this. I didn't know Brig is a hit scan. Yeah, Brig is considered like a hit scan flex. Like usually, the way I've seen it, like you either put your hit scan on Brig or you put your hit scan on Zarya. So like this person played Widow, Brig, and McCree, so I'm calling them a hit scan flex. Babs, you're bad. Behave yourself. 3, rally means go aggro. And also ask for nano because you become the raid boss. Okay. Overall, things I would have you focus on, like with your McCree included, right? Combo CC, turn these into big plays. track enemy ult economy, and then counter with CC or ults of your own. And the third thing would be to track friendly ult econ, call, or work for combos. Because you guys had big ult economy multiple times and just didn't use it. And let the enemy team just beat you because ults went off at random. So that's a big thing, I think, for you. Are VOD reviews open only to subs? Nope, they're open to all viewers. So that was our Would It.